Hey everyone, it's summertime, and today I am here with a supermodel, Chidi.
Hey
Thank you so
guys.
much for being here,
Of
Chidi.
course.
So today we talk about Chidi's journey through Howard. We talk about her journey as a model and the different things that she's had to deal with and how she's found her inner confidence. So you're going to want to check this one out. Chidi, let me tell you, I remember the first time I ever saw you.
Mhm.
I swear, I was up at Howard for Accepted Students Day.
No
So I was a senior
way.
in high school. And
Oh.
I remember I came up on campus and it was Spring Fest, and
Oh,
you
okay,
were
okay, okay.
modeling on the yard. And I looked at you, I was like, I don't know if I can go here, y'all. Like you
You
had on
first of all, hold
heels.
on. It was a fashion show, right?
Yeah.
I had heels though,
Yeah.
but girl,
I was like, I don't know if I can
you
do
fit
this.
right in. No, I feel that though, because when I first came to campus, I didn't do Accepted Students Day.
Mm,
I came for freshman orientation. They don't do that anymore.
yeah.
But no, the first time I came to campus, I was like, it's a
Shook.
fashion show every day.
Shook.
But I loved that about,
Yeah.
it brought it out of me. I
Mm-hmm.
love dressing up. I love putting my stuff on. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
voted best dress in
Were
middle
you?
school.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
like I like being I like having the duality of being that girl or
Mm-hmm.
just being like super chill.
When
So
I
yeah.
got to Howard, I hadn't identified my sense of style yet. Like
Oh,
I was still
what?
trying to
Girl.
figure out how I didn't even know how to do my hair. Like I was
Yeah.
just, I was just a girl. Like I was just trying to go there and study.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold on, let me step
I'm trying
my
to read my
cookies.
books.
Yeah. I'm like, let me step my
I
cookies up for
know.
they crumble.
Mhm.
So okay, you studied biology.
Yes, ma'am. Ah,
What was the goal?
the goal. Okay, so I'm Nigerian, 98.2%
Oh,
Nigerian for
period.
anybody who's
Per.
questioning me. No, I'm just kidding. I grew up in a very Nigerian household.
Hmm.
So the standard or tradition is just for the children to get a doctorate's degree,
Hmm.
become a engineer, a lawyer, something. STEM,
Hmm.
lawyer, engineer. That's about it.
Hmm.
Or doctor. So the goal was to become a doctor. I
Hmm.
love kids. I wanted to be a pediatric neurologist.
Mm.
But when I had experiences with like internships and stuff, I was like, this is actually really sad. And
Yeah.
this is like a lot of school. And after, I think it was like my junior year, I was like, this is actually not what I want to do.
Mm.
Because when I started like allowing myself to dive deeper into what I actually like away from my parents, I was like, I'm gonna get this degree for y'all. But after that, I'm
Mm.
cool. I'm
So
cool.
it was junior year when you decided to change your route. And what route was that?
Yeah. I wasn't fully sure, to be honest. I'm never really fully sure where I want to go,
Right.
but I knew that I wanted to do more than one thing. So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, let me get my degree, see where that takes me. I did get a job with my degree after school. I did environmental education for a year.
Okay.
And while I was doing that, I was still modeling, doing content creation. I was like, okay, I can do all these things.
Mhm.
Um, so junior year was when I was like, okay, let me just find the courage to just do what I want and try it and see. Because at the end of the day, I still have my degree.
Mhm.
It's not a fun degree. It's like it's okay. It's good. I can go far with this.
Mhm.
I love science still, but it's not like my passion. So I
Mm.
was like, let me just follow my heart, even though it's scary. But yeah.
So what was your first step into modeling? Was it HU Elite Models? Which can I just say I
Uh,
tried out for and did not
did
make.
you? That's
I was
okay. That is okay.
heartbroken.
Look, I tried out my freshman year for the homecoming fashion show. When I tell you I was embarrassed, they were like, you're just not it. Like your walk is giving pageants. Yeah. I was like,
They told me mine was very chill. I'm like,
oh,
do
what
I
does
need to
that mean?
spice it
Right.
up?
This is what I'm giving. That's all I
Right.
have to
I
give.
thought I was
Chill is
giving.
fine.
I thought I was
No,
giving.
it's okay. Cause honestly, I tried out for a lot of things in school that
Mhm.
I didn't end up making it into.
Mm.
And I feel like that has honestly like created or built who I am today, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I feel you. But
Yeah.
my first introduction to modeling was my high school boyfriend's mom.
Oh, wow.
She owned like a prom dress store, like one of those stores in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
So she was like, I'm putting on a fashion show. You're really pretty. I want you to model. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. You're my boyfriend's mom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like the good
Right.
girlfriend, you know?
Right.
So that was my first introduction. I think it was like 17 or 18 years old. And then when I got to Howard, I was looking around like, oh, y'all modeling. Okay, you guys are actually doing
Everyone was
this.
beautiful.
Yes, everyone.
Oh, that was hard.
Oh my gosh. And the thing was like, I didn't have Howard on my radar for
Mhm.
school. I
Mhm.
was trying to go to Miami. I was
Mhm.
trying to go to Northwestern.
Mhm.
So my mom was like, just apply to Howard. And I was like, okay, whatever. Had no clue what Howard really was
Yeah.
until I got there. And I was like,
Yep.
I kind of like this. This is a
Yes.
lot, but I kind of like this, you know? So yeah.
So what made you, because you didn't, did you go on a tour or something? Like what made you
No,
just decide on it?
girl. I literally had no clue. I think I watched a couple videos,
Mm.
went on the website, but you know, the
Mhm.
website doesn't do Howard
At
justice at
all.
all. It's
At
like
all.
very prim and
Yeah.
proper. But after the freshman orientation week, I was
Mhm.
like,
I made the right
oh
decision.
yes. And you know, it was fun. It was lit. You're with other people figuring themselves out too. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this here. This is cute. I think I saw like the AKAs, I saw the deltas, I saw
Mhm.
all the sororities and fraternities. It was just a
Mhm.
vibe, you know? So
Wait, they don't do that anymore? The freshman orientation?
no.
The
So
pinning ceremony?
no, people messed
That when
people
I
messed that
was
up for people,
there,
yeah.
when
Did you do it?
I did.
Okay.
When I came and I saw that, I was blown away. I was
Okay.
like, "Hold on, did I really just choose the best school in
I
the whole entire world?" Like
know. Oh
that
my
was a my
gosh.
parents were with me. They were like, "We are impressed."
Okay,
It
yeah.
was
Are you the
so cool
first in amongst your siblings to
to
go
go
to
to
like a big
Howard.
college?
Uh, well, my brother went to FAU,
Okay.
so kinda. I mean,
Mhm.
HBC, a big HBCU, yes.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
didn't. They Howard wasn't on my radar either. Like I had no
That's
idea.
crazy.
And I went on a black college tour with this church, and Howard was our
Oh, that's
first stop.
cute.
And I was like, I mean, it's cool. And they gave me an application while I was there. I was like, I'll
Yeah.
apply.
I'm like, we'll
Put it on
see.
my vision board
Oh,
on accident.
really?
Like I just hung it up in my room, and there it was,
Oh, the
Howard.
universe is working
I
for you. That's so
know.
cool. A lot of people have that story though. Like
Mm-hmm.
Howard was not their number one choice, but it like worked out perfect for them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So back to modeling. Okay,
Hmm.
what's your favorite like project you've done with modeling so far?
Oh,
Okay, you don't
my
have to tell
favorite.
me your most favorite, but
Okay.
just one of the favorites.
One of my favorites, I would say, was working with Sephora.
Mm.
Um, it was Sephora and Complex. They did like a
Oh,
collaboration. Yeah.
cool. What'd you
It
do?
was just like a full circle moment for me. They did some kind of, I forgot the specific article title, but it was like a beauty article, a beauty reference,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But I worked at Sephora for 2 years after school. So I was like, oh my gosh, like Sephora wants me. And I also did the Sephora squad. So I
Yes.
was like, oh, Sephora's just in my life. It's meant to be.
Yes.
And I think that one like meant the most to me. It was
Mm,
also one of the biggest that I have done.
mm.
So it was just really cool to kind of like, kind of brag
Yeah,
about it,
full
kind of like,
circle.
yeah, full circle moment. I was like, okay, this is me. I'm proving to myself
Mm-hmm.
in that moment. So that
Mm.
was cool.
That is cool. So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about model culture because I've tried to model a few times. Well, like,
I'm
you
not
know,
surprised.
photo
You're
shoots and stuff.
beautiful.
Oh, thank
Yeah, no
you.
problem.
Photo shoots and things. And I just feel like kind of like a piece of meat. Like I
Girl,
don't feel like a human. Like people come up to
yes.
you, start tugging on you and
Yes.
stuff. I'm like, oh, hi, I'm
Literally.
Summer.
Yeah. Oh my
How does it
gosh.
feel?
The model culture now is completely different, I feel like,
Mm,
because people realize like we do have a voice. You
yeah.
can say no, you can say don't touch me, you
Yeah.
can say I'm not putting
Hello.
that on, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
We are just as important as the people behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
because if we don't show up,
There is no
you're not gonna go.
show.
Okay. So with modeling in the beginning, when I was younger, like 20, 21, I was so impressionable. I'm thinking like, well, this is just the only way it has to be. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I would travel to New York and they were just like so bland, so just like uninterested in us. So I learned that it didn't have to be like that, you
Mm.
know? But yeah, it's different now for the models, and I love that. And I think the more we talk about that stuff, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem so like taboo.
Mm.
But yeah.
So who are some of the models that you look up to and like influence you and you study?
Um, of course, gotta say Tyra Banks. I used to watch
Yes.
America's Next Top Model every Wednesday on the CW
Yes,
network.
that was good.
Yeah,
But
so
now watching back, I'm like, oh my God, this was so
oh my
problematic.
gosh, yes, this, YouTuber, forgot her name, I think it's Jessica. She does, like, recaps of videos and
Hmm.
talks over it. I'm like, "This is so bad." But those are the things that were put in my mind about models, like,
Hmm.
"Okay, they're doing this. This is what I have to do when I start modeling. I can't say anything," you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But I got out of that. So I would say Tyra Banks is, like, the OG. I love Coco Rocha.
Mm,
She is, like, a posing experts, the posing
mm.
expert in my eyes. Naomi, of course, I love her
Yes,
attitude.
yes.
Right now I'm loving Adut.
Mm,
I think I want to say it was her. No, not her. Adut is a beautiful chocolate, gorgeous, tall model. She does amazing work. But then Anak, I want to say, she was discovered at
at
Howard.
Howard,
Yes.
oh my
And I
gosh,
was
that
like,
picture was
ah, yes.
beautiful.
And I was like, this is so inspirational. Like,
Yeah.
if it can happen randomly for her
Hmm.
like this, like there's literally nothing that can't happen with
Yeah,
modeling, you know?
yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Chidi, do you know I big chopped
I think I want to say yes.
my
A
senior
while ago,
year?
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
big chop my senior year. I felt awful.
Why?
I felt
Tell me. It's
because you know
understandable though. It's
why?
understandable.
Because for me, my hair was like I can if I got a pimple, I can hide it with my hair. If
Yeah.
my eyebrows aren't done, I can
Mhm.
hide it with my hair. If
Yep,
I'm looking
yep.
sleepy, to put my hair in front of me.
Mhm.
And I big chopped, and I was like, where am I supposed to
You're
go?
like, what am I gonna do now?
Where am I supposed to?
Where
It's
are the
just straight
hats?
up
Where are the wigs?
face.
Yeah, literally just straight face.
I
Straight
could
face.
not. I would,
Mhm.
girl. I
From what I
would.
remember though, it was really pretty on you. Obviously, we see you differently than you see
Yeah.
yourself, but yeah, I
When
get
I
that.
first got it, it was cool. But then, like, the growing backstage, I was like,
The in
Jesus,
between,
please do something about this.
girl,
So,
yeah.
how did you find your confidence being bald?
Um,
I mean, you obviously have the face,
thank you.
but defining that
Thank you.
confidence is
Yeah.
different.
Um, I would say over time, and it didn't come immediately. Like you said, like you cut it and the next day you're like, what the hell is this? Like,
Right.
what am I doing? Like I would go shorter and shorter and shorter. So
Mm.
I think it was my freshman year, like the spring of
Of
freshman.
college?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I cut my hair into a pixie cut.
Mm.
And then I had a photo shoot like the day after. So I was able to get glammed up and kind of see what it
Yeah.
would look like all done up.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of hot. Like I like this. This is cute. And every year since then, I would cut my hair shorter and shorter.
Mm.
So I did it gradually. Like I gained my confidence with less hair in my face over
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
But during the pandemic was when I was like, let's go as short as we can go.
Oh
I went to the
my.
barbershop around the corner. I was going through like a bad relationship
Mm.
breakup.
Mhm.
So that tends to be like a trend for me. Like we just
Hello.
need change, you know?
Right.
I
Just
think it
do
was
something.
yeah, Coco Chanel said when a woman changes her hair, she's ready to change her life.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm about to be a new girl. Let's
Mhm.
try this. Went to the barbershop. I was like, just go as low as you can go. He was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah. If I don't like it, I have wigs at home."
Yeah.
I was making wigs at the time as well. And I always tell women, like, if you cut your hair, you can always put something on top. Like,
See, I didn't
I always
know
put a wig.
that.
Yeah. And it's hard because, like, if you don't know anything about wigs or hair, you're just like, I'm
I'm
not going to
stuck.
start now.
Right.
Yeah. Like, where do I go from here? So, yeah, I just found my confidence through exploration and experimenting with like style. I always love makeup. So whenever
Mm.
I cut my hair super low or do something different, I always know that I come more alive when I put makeup
Mm.
on, when I dress up,
Mhm.
instead of just like being in the house like, well, this is
Right.
it is what it is, you know? Like looking at myself in the mirror like, okay, this is different.
Right.
But yeah, I would also say it came from me being daring.
Mm.
I think I'm somebody who likes to be daring and do different things. So when somebody tells me like, "Are you sure you're gonna do that, girl?" Like,
Yep.
"Are you sure?"
Now I'm really gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh yes, I am sure." Even if I'm not sure, I'm going to
Right.
tell you I'm sure.
Right.
So
When's
now
your
I have to back it
birthday?
up. October 30th.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm a
Scorpio
Scorpio.
queen. I know that's
Yes.
right.
Do I give Scorpio vibes?
You do. I was getting Aries, but I could see Scorpio as well.
Okay, okay. My best friends are Aries.
Oh,
But
cool.
yeah.
So, do you think this is going to be permanent?
Yeah.
It's your
Oh my
thing.
gosh, yeah. It's just easy.
Is it
It's so easy,
less
girl.
maintenance?
Less
Because when I had short hair, I
maintenance.
was like, I thought this was supposed to be easier,
Yeah,
y'all.
the thing is like The short like this is super, super easy. So,
Mm.
like, for anybody who's not watching, I'm, like, scalp bald today. Like, I just cut my
Mhm.
hair this morning.
Mm.
But when it grows after, like, 2 weeks, I'm not going any past that.
Mm.
I don't like the in between. So when
Mhm.
it's, like, a awkward length sometimes, I don't know what to do with it. I don't feel like
Mhm.
myself.
Right.
So, yeah, I can see myself, like, getting locks later on in
Oh,
life.
that'd be
Yeah, but
beautiful.
that is going literally from
Low
shortest.
maintenance to
Yeah,
high.
exactly, exactly,
That's
and,
a
like,
lot of work.
heavy. I have a small head, so
Mm.
that's gonna be a lot, but I can see
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that would be pretty too.
Thanks, yeah.
So tell me about your line because you have a line for maintenance for bald.
Yes,
Tell me
mhm.
about it.
Yeah, so BALDARE is a scalp care company. Our solo and primary focus is just to take care of our scalp.
Mm.
So, for example, you have companies that create scalp care products that are kind of like an afterthought. It's
Mhm.
like, oh, well, you want to grow your hair? Let's talk about your scalp.
Mm.
Or, oh, your hair is a little greasy. Let's talk about your scalp.
Mhm.
But for Baldair, we talk about the scalp first.
Mm.
There are a lot of women and men who have alopecia, who are chemo cuties. I just heard the
That's
term
cute.
recently, chemo
I've
cuties.
never heard
I
that.
love that. Yeah.
So cute.
So people who are going through cancer and chemo, losing hair, women around us, men around us, there are so many people who have alopecia and we just don't know.
Mm.
Um,
What are
and
some telltale signs?
there's really no, well, the signs, well, the symptoms, it's like you have hair loss randomly, patchiness. Some people get it from stress, diet,
Mm.
genetics. There's really no cure for it yet. Um, so it can just start randomly one day.
Mhm.
Like my sister, for example, my sister is 32 or 33. And I think last year she started finding like patches in her
Mm.
hair, her scalp.
Mhm.
And she went to a doctor and they're like, yeah, you have alopecia.
Mm.
And she was like, okay. And they're trying to figure out like where it came from,
Yeah.
how to avoid it. But like I said, like it's not curable yet.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of people have alopecia. A lot of women like myself just like being low with the cut.
Mhm.
And I think it's important that we create that space in the beauty world for people to feel confident and set in what they have. You know,
Mhm.
like if you want to be a baldy, be a baldy. But I created it because I would always use my skincare and I'd be like, why am I using up all my
Right.
skincare on my scalp? Like,
Mm.
where are the good products? I want to have a spa time with my scalp. I just want to
Yes.
chill. So that's when I was like, you know what? The bodies need some scalp care.
Mhm.
I'm tired of using up all my products. And yeah, that's how it's created.
Can it be used for people with hair too? Because my
Absolutely.
scalp is so
Yes,
dry. It's
absolutely.
so irritating.
Yeah, everything is natural, organic. Like I said, our first focus is the scalp.
Mhm.
So anybody who needs some type of dry treatment or soothing on their scalp, sometimes you're like bleaching your hair too much, it gets like irritable.
Mhm.
That is where we come in. So
Mm.
we have certain products that you can put on, like a serum, a butter, even if you have longer hair.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm about to get some.
Yeah. I should have brought it. I could have given
I
you some.
was just thinking about that. Like maybe we could have set
I
it
know,
right
it's
here and made it
okay.
cute.
I
Okay,
know,
next
it's
time
okay,
you'll
yes.
come back.
I will.
So okay, so you're just talking about beauty standards, and we know that like I don't know if it's still present day, but modeling has had like a white beauty standard, right?
Oh, for sure.
So how did you like adapt to that or just find your own lane within that?
Mm, I didn't really see the importance of culture and race until I got to Howard.
Mhm.
So when I started seeing other models take being a Black model so important and
Mhm.
so like they held it close to their heart, I was like, they're doing this for a reason. So let me figure out how I can do this and why I can do this too. Like, what is the importance of it for me? Um, I've always been a little curvier than like my body group of models.
Mm.
So I would kind of come down on myself for that, but I would realize like I actually really like my body
Mhm.
and I don't want to look like you. I don't want
Right.
to have like the European standards. Like you're cute babes, but
Not for
I
me.
like me, yeah.
Yes.
So I basically just like learned to show that I loved myself. Like I
Mhm.
wasn't hiding myself. I would have agents that would say like, you're a little thicker than like our standards." Yeah, like when I do like castings and auditions. like that would hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That is
I know
so
I'm not like big,
mean.
yeah. I'm curvy, I have hips, I've got a little booty in the side, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
as you
saying? Yeah.
should.
But it just took practice, honestly, to not allow myself to fall into those negative standards for like
Mm,
black women, black models.
mm.
Yeah.
So it sounds like every journey in your life, you've had to find some inner
Oh,
confidence
for
on
sure.
your own in
100%.
order to persevere.
Yes, for sure. I was just talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, I think it's really important that people do at least one thing for themselves
Mhm.
so that they know that everything that they're doing is based off of them.
Mm,
Like, for example, with modeling, you can not get a job because you look a certain way, because maybe somebody doesn't like you or whatever the case is.
mhm,
But my business is my own. That's my baby.
mm.
Nobody can take that from me. I mean, the IRS, if I'm not doing
Right,
what I'm supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
like, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, then
Yes.
nobody can take that from me. So I'm finding my confidence by doing my own thing all the
Mhm.
time. When I went to school, my mom would be like, come home. Like, it's too far.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, girl, you wanted me to go to Howard? What you mean?
Right.
Like, I'm doing my own thing. I don't need you anymore, or at
Mhm.
least as much.
Yeah, yeah.
So in every stage of my life, I have searched for what I can hold on to.
Mm,
And once I find that, that is like what gives me confidence.
mhm.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're holding on to right now, you feel like?
Girl, my business, holding on to my self-worth
Mhm.
as a woman, a friend, a girlfriend, a daughter, a sister. Like, I'm trying to just hold on to my identity, I think, in the different areas of my life, and remind myself that like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm worth it. I'm enough. So I think that's what I'm holding on to the most right now.
Mm, I
Yeah.
love that.
Mhm.
So, okay, so I want to know what your parents think now because you were supposed to go to
Yeah.
school for biology and now, but
Yeah.
you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank
I mean,
you. Oh, thank
200K plus
you.
followers on Instagram.
Thanks.
Please be for real. So,
Mhm.
how are they reacting to your
Oh my
success?
gosh. So I don't know if you've had like, do you have African friends?
I do.
Okay. I don't know if you've like gotten to like listen to their parents or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
but
They don't play.
they don't play. They don't
Mm-mm.
play. And they're also very skeptical if you're
Mm-hmm.
going like outside of the status quo. So every time that I like change paths, they're like, what's going on? Like, you're not my doctor anymore. Like, supposed to be a doctor. You're not in school. You're not studying books. You want to be a model. I'm like, yeah, mommy, I want to be a model. I'm like, just let me live a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I first went to Howard, everything was fine, obviously, because I was gonna become a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told her, like, yeah, I want to be a model. She
Mm-hmm.
was like, you want to model what? So like model your books like in school? I'm like, no, girl, like I want to model.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, just focus on your books too, get your
Mm-hmm.
degree, and then we'll go from there. I feel like parents just like kind of push
Right.
you along
Right.
because they're like, oh yeah, this is the phase.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until like I was booking shows,
Mm.
booking jobs that were paying bills, that she took me seriously. And then with my business, um, shout out to my mom, but she was my first like doubter.
Mm. That's kind of
Hmm.
helpful.
Yes, no, for
It's
sure.
humbling, but it's
Yes.
like, okay, I mean, I guess you're right. I do
You
need
know
to
what I'm
think
saying?
about that. Yeah.
Mhm. I had a product sitting in the bathroom, and she was in the bathroom doing her hair or something like that, and she looked down and she saw the product. She was like, "What is this?" Because I was always mixing and concocting things in the
Right.
in the kitchen. I've
Right.
always been a DIYer.
Mm-hmm.
So it was packaged like all cute and stuff, but it looked a little weird. It was a test product,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. She's like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is my first product, mommy. Like, look at it." She's like, "Mm, okay." And
The
that literally, the
shade.
so shady. I said,
The
girl, I said,
shade.
okay, don't be shady. Don't be talking to
Right.
me like that when I make my first billion,
Okay.
okay? She's like, okay, we'll see. So it did push me, like you said, like it
Mm-hmm.
motivated me. Like, I want to prove her wrong. I want to prove to myself that I can do it. So it was a bittersweet moment for her to
Mm-hmm.
do that for me. But yeah, but now that she's like seeing it's moving, it's successful, it's paying my bills, I'm fine. She's like, "Oh, yeah. I have your niece wants to talk to you about business.
Then
Your
you gotta connect with the
yes,
family.
Auntie wants you to talk to her daughter about being a model and being a content creator
You're
business.
right.
I'm like, oh, okay. Now you want to talk to me, huh?
That's so
Yeah.
sweet. Well, shout out to
Yeah, shout out to
moms.
mom. She's just, I understand like foreigners, I mean, just parents in general, like they want you to succeed. So
Yeah.
when certain opportunities were not available for them, they're just like, what is this? You
Mhm.
want to be a content creator? Like,
Yeah.
what is a content creator?
Right. They
You
don't
want to
get
be
it.
you want to be a model? You're not
Mhm.
Tyra Banks, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Especially because, like, they, our parents didn't have the access that we did. So they had to
Hmm.
work hard
Yes,
to get where they are,
exactly.
So they're like, what you mean?
Okay, you want to live
But
your
this is
dreams?
hard work too.
Yes, it is.
And
I
that we
think
have to recognize.
I think living your dream or like going after what you really want
Mm-hmm.
is harder than
It's
doing.
hard.
No shade to not 9 to 5 girlies. I wish sometimes I could be a 9 to 5 girly and just like be content. I tried it for a year after school and I was just like, I was dying inside.
It's
It was,
hard.
yeah, it was too routine for me. It was too monotonous.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm very creative, I'm very independent. I like to be my own boss. I don't have a problem with authority, but I also don't like being told what to do. So maybe it is a
Ooh.
problem with authority.
Yeah.
But yeah, like following your dream, going after your goals is the scarier route in
Mm-hmm.
most instances because you have a lot of people that don't understand you. There's no like certain path, there's no book that you can read. Like, Chidi, you're going to start on January 1st
Right.
and December 31st, you're going to be
Right.
a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to just trust yourself. And I think that's what makes it hard.
That's the hard, like, because first of all, no one has done it like you. So
No
it's
one,
not like
exactly.
somebody can tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what you said, like that self-trust and that
Mm-hmm.
step out on faith that
Yes.
it's like,
And you have to have the faith to even step
you
out. You
have
have to trust yourself.
to.
And it's
And
like,
you got to really believe in yourself
mm-hmm.
and your vision.
Yes, for sure.
Oh,
And you have
that
to
is the
have the
scariest
vision in the
thing.
first place.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, too, when you have the wrong people around you, your vision that you once had that was so clear is now like jaded, it's a little fuzzy, it's a little
Mm-hmm.
blurred. So throughout my journey, like where I am now, I didn't ask every single person around me because not everybody can see what I see.
Nope.
So it's a smaller amount of people now that I even reach out to for like
Mm-hmm.
to bounce ideas off of. Um, so yeah, just like trusting myself throughout this whole
Yeah.
time is important.
I call it my creative board of directors. Like they're really
Oh,
not
that's
on a board, but
cute.
like the people I
Yeah.
trust creatively
Yeah.
and I trust your vision
That's
and I
cute.
trust that you see mine.
Yeah.
That's who I ask.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like you asking everyone. I was like, I don't really like
Yeah.
retaking this. Like this is not me.
Yeah, because some people don't have a creative mind.
No.
Some people are very like analytical, business
Mm-hmm.
oriented. I go to them for like my business questions, my tax questions, my money questions, finance
Exactly.
questions. But then I have people that I go to for like creative
Mm-hmm.
energy, flowing conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so energized after those
Mm-hmm.
conversations. So I kind of pay attention to that now.
Yeah.
Like, who do I feel energized and inspired by these days? And I'm trying to be around them more.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
And another thing too, some people just don't dream as big as you because
Okay.
I had a conversation with someone. They're like, "So what's the show?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, think about Oprah. And they're like, "Haha, that's cute." I'm like,
Shady.
I'm not being cute. Like this is
and
real.
serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being
Yeah,
dead serious.
people don't allow themselves to dream big, and that's just it's really sad because when you see someone and what they're capable of, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you can do this. Oh
And
my
it's
gosh,
so
I know you love
cool.
this. You should try this, do this, do
Yes.
this. Like, I'm a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer.
Yes.
My dad has always been a dreamer. My mom is like the opposite. My mom's like a grounder. She'll always be there for you. She's more responsible. She's predictable. My dad was the opposite. So I got both from them, but more so my dad. But some people were just not wired that way or they weren't conditioned. Like when you're a kid and you want to play outside and like I used to literally draw circles in the dirt, like the wet mud. But if you have somebody around you that's telling you to go inside, put your clothes on, what are you doing?
Right. Right.
Like stifling your flow, your energy, you start stopping those dreams that you once had.
Yeah, because I feel like dreaming is something that has to be nurtured. Like my parents gave me a lot of
100%.
freedom to
Oh, that's
dream,
nice. That's
right?
good.
And if they would have been like, "No, Summer, you're doing like, come on here, do the
Yeah.
math,
Color
do
inside the lines. Like, no, don't do that
I maybe
squiggly
wouldn't
line.
have dreamed this big. So I'm grateful for them nurturing that.
Yeah. Are your siblings the same as you?
They are dreamers for sure, but they don't execute as what.
Execution is very
Yeah.
important too.
And I know they will, but like, there's just different things in place. Like luckily I was
Yeah.
given this opportunity to do
Yeah.
this. And they'll do it. They're the dreamers, but I'm like, come on, let's do it. Let's make it
Yeah, the
happen.
thing is, like, you have to be a dreamer and you have to execute your dreams and like figure out a plan from A to B, or it's
Yep.
literally just a dream. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like my dreams
Exactly.
are not dreams. It's
No.
like I'm gonna get it done one day.
Reality.
It's reality. It might seem a little crazy, but I know there's a way to get it.
Hello?
I might not do it and work hard on it today, but I know eventually I am gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm affirmed when I realize like I am living my dreams every
Yes,
day.
it's
Like I
crazy.
dreamt of this 10 years ago.
Really?
Like what would summer be like? And it was this.
And I love this name, by the way.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
perfect.
Thank
Because I
you.
saw a clip. I think you interviewed or did something with Post Malone, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a perfect name.
Thank you.
And I love when things come together like that.
It's like it was always right
Just
there in front of
easy.
you.
Yes, like you didn't have to try too hard to look outside of yourself. Like that's very affirming.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Thank you. So you've done some pageants. Girl, I did a
Oh
pageant
my
at Howard.
gosh, yes.
Never
again.
again. That was
Well, let me not say never again.
woo. Tell me
Not
about
for
your
a long time.
experience.
I only did pageants at Howard. I did two
Oh, okay.
pageants.
Which ones did you do?
I did Miss Quad
Okay.
and Miss Coas.
Okay.
I
You won
got-
that one.
No, girl.
Oh,
I
I
didn't win
watched that
anything.
one.
It's okay.
Chidi.
I know. I've noticed in my life that I don't get things as easy as other people, and that's okay. I've come to terms with that. I know that everything I've gotten today, I've worked super hard for. So maybe I didn't work as hard that I needed to, or as I needed to for the pageants to actually win. But yeah, oh my gosh. And those were like, they were fun, but they were hard. And I've never done pageants before that. I just be doing things.
Just for fun.
Just
I'm
be
like, well,
doing
why
things.
not? Let me just try. I hated that.
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
I hated the actual day of it. I didn't hate it, but that was like the least fun part for me. What did you hate about it?
Everything. Like, I am Sommer Flint.
Which
and
one
I
did you do?
Miss Omega Psi Phi.
Okay.
I literally, stand in your
Yes,
little
the T
T.
stands.
I was like, and then you gotta walk, and then people are judging you. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Y'all got it.
Oh
Y'all
my
got. I
gosh.
did not like any of it.
Yeah, it seemed very it was very curated. It was very copy and paste. But I liked the creative side, like underneath
What was
it.
your creative act?
My talent?
Yeah.
My I always dance actually for both
Oh,
of them.
really?
I did African dancing because when I was
Oh.
younger, I was in a African dance group with
Mhm.
my sister and cousins and stuff. And the thing was like the first time I did it by myself, and it was so awkward. You're literally like dancing for people.
And
like,
no
is
one
this
is
the club?
like engaged other than your
Yes,
friends.
right.
Like it's so awkward.
So awkward. And then the second one from Miss Coas, I was like, oh, let me go hard. Like I had two dancers, Princess and Precious. Shout out to them.
Oh.
Yes, because they were in
I
a
love
dance
Princess.
group. Oh, really? Yeah. They were in not that princess.
Oh, not Princess Doku?
No, not that one.
Oh.
I love her too, but not
Yeah.
that one. She was in my pageant.
Oh, really?
She was in Miss Coas. I think she got second
That's
runner
why
up.
I watched it.
Yeah, she
because I was
there.
watching her.
Mhm. Yeah, she's so cute.
She's
But these two girls were in the dance group at Howard.
Mhm.
And there was 3 of us doing the dance, and I got the feedback from the judges, and they're like, "We would have loved to see you do it by yourself." I'm like, "That is so boring. Like, I like to entertain. Like,
yeah.
I want to make it a
Put
vibe.
on a show.
Yeah, the music was fun. It was a good show. But it wasn't like about me. Like you said, like it wasn't like I am Chidi.
Right.
I'm hailing from Chicago.
With the crown.
Yes.
I can't.
It was very like
Right.
It was okay, but I was like, can I rap a little bit?
Do
Can I just be
something.
like, what's up, guys? Vote for
Right.
me,
Yeah,
But yeah.
no. But I saw this video on TikTok the other day of this girl at AUC doing her pageant.
Was it the black?
Yeah.
I think I saw that too.
And I
She was in
like,
black?
Was she in black? I can't remember, but
Okay.
you know, she was talking, you know,
Yes.
and I was like, I'm actually
You're
glad I
triggered?
did it. I was triggered, but I couldn't even watch the whole thing because I was
Yeah.
triggered. But
Oh,
I was like,
man.
you know what? It's part of the culture.
Yes.
Like that's what I
You're
care
a part
about.
of history for
Yeah.
one, and I feel like it molds you and it like teaches you things.
Public
On
speaking.
public speaking, it honestly helped me to digest questions. Like doing things like this, you
Yeah.
think about your answers more and you sit with what you're about to say. You know, you don't just respond too quickly, as well as like it 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 gives you practice talking your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you learn that you need to always put yourself out there. And that's literally what it was.
I think like I remember the day of I was practicing and my friend Carmen Wong, she came up and
I know her too.
oh yeah, that's my girl. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Carmen.
birthday, Carmen.
So I was practicing and I was just, you know, reciting my lines. She was like, no, Summer. She was like, you need to put on a performance. This is an act. And I was like, you're right.
I'm performing.
So I really started performing. Girl, during my talent, I started crying.
Really?
I was performing.
What did you do?
I did a poem.
Period.
For my grandfather. But I started crying and I was like, you're right. So like now when I get on stage, I recognize that it's an act. It's a performance. Like let me inflect here. Let me move some emotion.
Yes, yeah. That's
what
kind
I
of how
learned.
life is too. Like in some areas you have to perform for people to really like trust you or see your vision. Because if you don't believe in what you're saying, it's just like, okay, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Next.
Exactly.
Like,
you got to
who is
really
this
be
girl?
convicted.
Yes. Even if it's not like the best skill or talent or show, I feel like a lot of people get so much further from just putting on, entertaining, believing themselves, like faking it till you make it sometimes is how people get far.
Amen.
So that's kind of like what I learned in the pageant.
Yeah, that's true.
They were
so,
crazy.
Okay, I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, that's
But
okay.
what's
I
your
forgive
favorite
you. I forgive you.
Look, I'm gonna do some homework.
Okay.
And I'm gonna watch your favorite movie,
Okay.
your favorite Harry Potter movie, and then I'm gonna report back.
But I will say though,
or are you more of the book person?
No, absolutely not. Oh my gosh, no. Those books were like 3 of those. No. So for one, as an adult, when I try to put people onto Harry Potter, it just doesn't hit the same. We're adults now, like our imaginations are different. So you might not even get through it. But I would say the fourth one, The Goblet of Fire, just because it's they have like a tournament in there. So it's like action packed and like fun. They're competing. I love competitions. So that one was like the best one for me. So yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it. Do I have to watch the first in order to understand the fourth?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
I would say watch. I know. I would say watch 1, 2. You can skip 3. 3 is kind of 1, 2, and 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Chidi, I like you. We gotta hang
Thanks.
out.
I know. Seriously.
So
now that I know you're like near me. Yeah.
Aww.
I'm trying to expand my friend group and like get out of my routine.
Your bubble.
Yeah.
Being around people who inspire and uplift.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like
who are doing things. I like being motivated by people who are doing things. It's just fun.
And doing better than me. Like what can you teach me? What can you put me on to?
Yeah. Because it's nice to always be doing something. But when you're in rooms with people who are doing more than what you're doing, it's like, okay, I know where to strive, you know?
Exactly.
I know who I can lean on. I can expand my network. I can lean on this person as a big brother or a big sister. So yeah.
Well, for sharing so much beauty around the world, I want to share a little beautiful gift with you.
Oh, thank you.
This is for
Should
your
I open it?
Yeah, you can. For your awkward stage when you need something to put on.
Oh, my in-between haircuts.
Yes.
Oh, this is cute.
Yes.
Summertime Productions, period. Established 2023. I know that's right.
Yeah.
I got a small little head, so I'm going to have to adjust it.
Yeah,
and
well,
put it
it's
on
adjustable.
The super
do what you got to do.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I love black too, so.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much for being
Of
here
course.
today. I really
Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
being your first podcast
Yes,
host.
you bought my chair.
This is beautiful. I'm so excited.
Thanks,
Thank
babe.
you,
No
Chidi.
problem. And congratulations on this. This is amazing.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see like you become. You're not gonna be the next Oprah. You're gonna be Summer.
Hello.
So
Say
it's
that.
summertime.
It's summertime.
Okay.
Yeah.